season 98 to 92, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Jake
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your mother's favorite fighter, and we're back with another breakdown. Today, we're deep diving into the world of Jake Paul. The problem child just dominated Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. via unanimous decision and now has cracked the WBA cruiserweight rankings at number 14. That means Jake Paul's officially in the midst for a world title shot. But who should he fight next? Let's break down the 5 most realistic options and give our predictions. Make sure to like this video and comment who you think Jake should fight next. Now let's get into it. First, let's recap. On June 28, 2025, Jake Paul outclassed Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. at the Honor Center in Anaheim, California, winning with scores of 99-91, 97-93, and 98-92. He controlled the fight with his jab, landing clean hooks, and showed he's clearly improving. Chavez Jr., though, didn't exactly bring his A game until the final round, but now, with Jake Paul ranked number 14 by the WBA, he's eligible to challenge for a cruiserweight title. He's caught up some big names, but who's the best fit? Let's rank the top 5 options, starting with the most likely. Number 1, Zordo Ramirez. This is the fight that makes the most sense right now. Zordo's a unified WBA and WBO cruiserweight champion, and he fought in the same card as Jake Paul, where he defended his title. Jake Paul called him out in his post-fight, saying Zordo looks slow as shit. But why does it work? Jake Paul's WBA rankings put him in the conversations for a title shot, and Zordo's a big name, but not untouchable like Canelo. At 34, Ramirez has experience and skill, but his slower start in his last bout shows that he's beatable. A fight with Paul could be a massive payday for Zordo, especially since he's eyeing a unification bout with Jay Opetaia, which might not happen right away. But what's the catch? Zordo's got size, a high boxing IQ, and a 48-1 record, with 30 of those wins coming via knockout. Jake would be a massive underdog, but that's exactly the kind of risk he needs to take to prove that he's legit. This fight could easily happen by late 2025 to early 2026 if Jake keeps pushing for it. Option number 2, Badou Jack, the WBC Cruiserweight Champion. Jake Paul name-dropped him after his Chavez fight, and for a good reason. Badou Jack's 42, but still a slick and durable fighter, with a 29-3-3 record. He's a 2-division champion who's faced top-tier competition like Adonis Stevenson and Jean Pascal. But why is it a good fit? The WBC was already considering ranking Jake if he beat Chavez, so a title shot isn't out of the picture. Badou's not a massive puncher, which lowers the risk for Jake, but his experience could make it a chess match. Plus, Jake's fought on big cards before, so he'd be down for the spotlight. But what's the downside? Jake might struggle with Jack's crafty defense, and at the age of 42, some fans might call this another quote-unquote old guy fight. But still, it's a winnable title shot for Jake Paul and a chance to shut up the haters. Number 3, a rematch with Tommy Fury. Jake Paul's only loss came against Tommy Fury in 2023 via split decision, and he's been itching to run it back ever since. Tommy Fury's 10-0, young, and a natural cruiserweight, so it's a fair fight in terms of age and size. But why does it make sense? See, this is very personal. Jake Paul called out Tommy Fury post-fight saying, quote-unquote,
"Hey Tommy, stop running."
A rematch would draw huge attention, especially after their first fight did big numbers. Tommy's not a world champion, so it's a lower stakes fight for Jake to prove that he can still be a legit boxer at his age. But the risk. Tommy Fury already outboxed him once. If Jake loses again, it could derail his title dreams, but if he wins, it's a massive statement. I'd love to see this one at the end of 2025. Option 4. And it's a wild one. Anthony Joshua. Jake actually called out a 2-time heavyweight champion, and this is a long shot. But let's break it down. AJ's 35, coming off of losses and looking for a big money fight. Jake Paul's a draw, and this could be a Netflix mega fight like the Mike Tyson fight, which pulled over 65 million viewers. Joshua's not in the title contention right now, and a crossover fight with Jake Paul could bank him millions. Jake's got the power and confidence to step up to heavyweight, and he's hinted at the fight before. Anthony Joshua's a massive heavyweight with serious knockout power. Jake Paul's untested above cruiserweight, and AJ's team might see this as a little too risky for a little reward. Finally, option 5, Gervonta Tank Davis. Jake Paul threw his name out there for an exhibition since Tank's the WBA lightweight champion at 135 pounds, and Jake Paul's currently fighting at cruiserweight. Tank's 31-0 with 29 knockouts, and a legit pound-for-pound star with a massive draw. An exhibition could be a low-risk, high-reward spectacle for both fighters. Tank's got the speed and power, but Jake's got size and reach. It would be a circus, but definitely be a fun one. The reality check. A fight is almost impossible due to the weight gap, but an exhibition might happen if the money's right, but don't hold your breath. So, Who's my pick to fight Jake Paul? I'm going with Zordo Ramirez. It's the most realistic path to a world title, and Jake's WBA ranking makes it plausible. Beating Zordo would legitimize Jake Paul in a way that no other fight could, but it's a huge step up. If he wants to play it safer, the Tommy Fury rematch is the move to settle that score. What do you think? Drop a comment below. Should Jake Paul go for a title shot, rematch Tommy Fury, or chase a crazy fight like AJ or Tank? Hit that like button if you enjoyed the breakdown. Subscribe for more boxing content and ring the bell so you don't miss my next video. Let's keep the convo going. It's been your mother's favorite fighter, and I'm out. Peace.